Did God ever call you black or white? Do you believe that God ever will? Of course not, because you're not a color. You're not a race. You're not a creed. You're not an ethnicity. You're none of these things. These are all fabricated synthetic terms that were designed to divide everybody. If you look at the word opposite, there's two words in there. Opposite. That's why they say black or white. This feeds into the polarized mentality and the egocentric perceptive lens of duality. Attach the word black to anything and it instantaneously assumes a negative connotation. It's that way by design. If you say male or sheep or list, no big deal. But if you say black male, black sheep, or blacklisted, all of a sudden everybody starts freaking out. It's that way by design. Look in the dictionary under the definition of white: purity, heavenly, cleanliness, and then look at black: filthy, evil. It's all nonsense. It's programming. Look at a doctor's lab coat. It's white because they want you to associate white with purity and innocence and healing. But if you look at a judge's robe, it's black because you're associating that with, oh my God, this guy can throw me in jail. I'm afraid of it. It's all reinforcing of the same division that they're subliminally programming you with. That's what perpetuates a system of division and hatred. God doesn't refer to you as a color because you're not a color. You're an energy, a frequency, and a vibration equal within the eyes of the Almighty. That's why I bring these things up, to make you realize that you have been programmed, man, to be divided right out of the gate. As soon as you came into this world, boom, they hit you with this stuff. You know, you're listening to these things. Your parents are saying these things. You see things on TV. You read things in magazines, in books, cartoons. Cartoons were the worst. For me as a kid, I grew up in the 70s, the early 70s. And I remember waking up because we only had cartoons on Saturday morning. You turn on the television, what do you see? We were being conditioned with violence, man. Go look at some Bugs Bunny cartoons or Tom and Jerry. That's some of the most violent stuff they got going out there. It's just straight out of the gate. This is all conditioning because they're preparing the next generation to be unconscious soldiers in their army of darkness. That's straight out truth. Everything I say in my videos, it's not my opinion or my idea. It's a fact. You go look in the dictionary under the definition of black or white. It's right there. God never called you black. God never called you white for a reason, because you're not. But unfortunately, people are proud to be black, proud to be white, and that's where that division comes from. And then they fly flags, you know, in pride of their country, of their nation. I'm American, I'm German, I'm Italian. This is just one world, man. God created this planet to be united, not subdivided by these creatures, these reptilians that are doing this stuff. And I say reptilians because they are reptilian. That's a topic for another video. But I'm just trying to bring truth here. You got to bring clarity to the situation, man, or else you're always going to be confused. And then life is always going to be a blur. You know, you got to see it as it is. You've been played out of the gate. You've been played, man, played a fool. And you feed into it like, I'm proud to be black. I'm proud to be white. Well, if somebody feels that they're proud to be black, all you have to do is look at the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. And that's God talking to you. We're all the same. It's like apples. There's like, what, almost 200 kinds of apples. They all look different on the outside, but cut them open, they're all the same inside. That's the universe saying, I made all of you the same inside. Energy. You look different on the outside for diversification, thank God. Because if not, this world will be a boring, boring place, man. It would be homogenous. It would be dystopian. It would just be bland and generic. And who would want to live here? If everything was the same, it would be seriously boring. You wouldn't be able to tolerate it. God didn't call you black for a reason. You're not black. God doesn't call you white or German or any of these things, because this is all made up. Everybody has different last names. Did you ever really think about that? Where do these last names come from? Think about that for a minute. We have one world. There's only one earth. But all of this division and subdivision, where do you think that comes from? And then you have racism, classism, sexism, bigotry, prejudice. You know, all the dichotomies, polarization, trichotomies. Where do you think all that comes from? Division creates weakness. That's how they conquer you. They don't want us to unite. It's like Bob Marley said, man, one love. Get into some of his music. I mean, straight out of the gate, he's telling you, they don't want you to unite, because when you unite, you're powerful. When you divided, you're weak. And that's when they can control you. So pride is blindness, and pride is the ego. Arrogance is the voice of the ego. Humility is the voice of the soul. You got to just get over this stuff. You're not black or white. Your energy, frequency, and vibration, that's a part of the everything. You are a single drop of soul from an endless sea of source. That source, of course, is the creator of all creation, man. Everything. There's no favorites. God doesn't have any chosen. There are no chosen ones. And there never will be. That's stuff that they wrote in the Old Testament, the Book of Kings, the Torah. That's all garbage in there. Then the New Testament. That's all garbage. The Bible, the Torah, the Quran, all coming from the same cult, the same group that's controlling all of this. Do you know that the name Jesus Christ is roughly, I think, 4,076 years old? Before that, the name Jesus Christ didn't exist. Think about that for a minute. That's why I say roughly around 6,000 years in human history to the present, all of these things were introduced by the reptilians. If you don't believe me, you go get your phone and you Google it. Oldest religion. How old is math? How old is science? How old is the name Jesus Christ? Just go down the list and you'll see nothing passes the 6,000-year barrier. Why is that? I mean, this earth is billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of years old. These creatures here, they've been here from the beginning. Birds, spiders, fish, reptiles, insects, invertebrates. They've been here from the beginning. Dinosaurs. When dinosaurs roamed the earth, they weren't carrying Bibles. They weren't speaking religious ideologies. They weren't going to church. Why is that? Because it didn't exist. Because it doesn't have anything to do with God. They weren't proud to be black or white. They were just doing what they were doing. They were plugged in to source. There was no physical matrix to manipulate their mind. You ever wonder why it is that when you're in society, you don't see too many special needs people? Have you ever wondered why that is? Because they can't be manipulated. The matrix can't penetrate their mind and control them. So therefore, they have no use for them. Special needs individuals are the very embodiment of heaven on earth. The purest sense of heaven on earth, right there. They can't be manipulated. That's why this system tucks them away into the little programs, and you don't even see them in the regular schools that you went to. Does any of this click with you? What's actually going on here? How they divide you and they control you, and anything that they can't control gets pushed away. Even when you try to upload videos with actual truth, they won't let it through because they are going to block the truth to keep you oblivious to the truth, just to keep you in the state that you're in. And that's how they can control you. It's propaganda. It's manipulation, man. It's psychological warfare waged against the human mind is what it is. And they get people to do it to themselves because this is a small group controlling a larger group. So by sheer numbers alone, they can't defeat you. But they get you guys to defeat yourselves by fighting constantly. I'm black, I'm white, I'm Republican, I'm Democrat. All of these divisive mechanisms serve only one purpose. For you not to unite with your brothers and sisters, but continually fight and divide and lower your vibration. And they're just sitting back laughing. So this I'm proud to be white, I'm proud to be black, it's nonsense, man. It's absolute nonsense. Your energy expressing itself in this form temporarily. Do the best you can with what you have. Be the best version of what you feel that you are. And take that energy and share it with others. Because you're not just here for yourself. I mean, that's just some words of wisdom, man. Have a great day.